I need to come out at dusk to like better see them. Alright, I gotta make... thatch. We just put one rampy ramp here and another one here. Come on now. All right, we are now enclosed. All right, I need to make a bed. Hold on. I do have to make a bed. Oh, I need to make some windows too. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. That's later. I need to make a window and some doors. Alright, I need string, plant fiber, torn cloth. Okay, I definitely have the torn cloth. Put that away, put that away, put that away. Alright. Plant fiber. Yeah, I only, well, I have 3. I have 4 fireflies. I need one more, and I can make a one of those lantern things. All right. Bed. What do I need? I need more plant fiber and string. God, I feel like that's definitely right now my weak point. I remember at some point, it's been a while since I played. The weak point used to be metal. Like, scrap metal was always really hard to come across. And now I feel like it's shrubbery! Ooh, got my 5th firefly. I could definitely make a lantern now. I need twigs anyway because I gotta make more arrows. But I need lots of fiber. I think that's enough for now. Alright, by the way, did I? No, I only have 1 skill point. Still haven't leveled up yet. Okay. 3 string. Okay, bed. Okay, let's go place the bed. He can have a nice window unit. Okay, now, after placing a survivor, target a bed to assign it. All right. Let's place him right here. Assign Oswald Anders to the bed. Bed occupied by Oswald Anders. It said something about a radius as well. I don't know how to do that quite yet. At long last, I am a humble blacksmith at your service. Alright, let me talk to him. Oops. You do get attribute points, John Coons. There's a whole, there's a skill tree. Not attribute points, no, but you do get skill points that you can spend to increase your stats. So as an example, you can increase your endurance, you can increase your spirit, you can increase your constitution, you can increase your intelligence. There are, but the way you increase your stats is by leveling up and spending your points. So, like, you can actually see constitution, spirit, endurance, strength, dexterity. It's all 0 right now because I'm a brand new starting character. And based upon how you spend your points, it changes all this stuff. So it changes your actual stats, it changes your regeneration, it changes the miscellaneous, it changes all of this stuff changes as well, your health, your mana, your stamina. So because I took 1 point of endurance, I have 179 stamina, which is way more than my health and mana, which are at 100. And that's because I took a endurance because I wanted to get to one of the things that's extremely useful is this one right here, which is double jump. So I feel like personally, I don't think I've ever seen a content creator or an Enshrouded player who says otherwise. Double jump is like one of the first things you go for because it allows you to get more airborne, which allows you to go farther with your glider. So you'll end up spending your first few points into endurance, and then after that, like the level 25 max character I have from when I played before was the warrior for our group. So I played group. I played with a group when I played last time. So that character was built entirely around being the main tank for the group. So he went all endurance, all strength, and I went down into the warrior line, if I remember correctly, or it's the tank line. One of these has like, yeah, it's the tank line, because you get things like Nemesis. Whenever an ally draws the attention of an enemy, you draw it in equal measure. So it's like an automatic taunt. So if you're going to be playing solo, you're going to build your character out a specific way, spending points as you see fit, and adjusting your stats. But again, this is all early access. This has been changed a lot since I played last time. The look is still there, but they've modified quite a few of the abilities. So I don't even know where I'm going to spend points right now. I do know that I want to create an archer build with this character, because I did a tank build the first time, and I've already played around with the mage a little bit, which is a lot of fun. Wands are really cool in this game. But I want to make this character like an archer slash hunter slash ranger, so I'm definitely going to be going that way with this. So yes, there are stats, but you don't get stats per level. You just spend points to take the stats that you want. Everybody starts at 0, and you go up from there. And that'll be a clippable and shippable YouTube video. All right.
What is it this time?
So we could start off. Oh, there's the roaming range. How do I change that? 30 meters, 50 meters, 0 meters. No, we want him to roam a little bit. We'll give him a 10 meter. All right. So he can craft. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, this is where you get into.
still here?
Yeah, I am still here. This is what I was talking about earlier, guys. I had to timestamp that because I want to clip this out on YouTube later. So, the last time I played, everybody was stationary, but now they've added like you can tell them a roaming distance. You have to assign them a bed. You have to have them in a I remember you always had to have them sheltered before, like you had to have them underneath a building, but now they're like, okay, you build a building, you assign them to a bed, you assign a radius that they can walk around in, right? But then if you go in here, and this is where I think it's really interesting where Enshrouded is growing.
Speak up.
I was talking about earlier how they've added like this whole settlement simulator aspect to it, because also like when you get into the fact that he needs a charcoal kiln and a forge to be able to do his job and for you to be able to use those facilities with him to craft the gear that you need to make, right? So where do you put those? Well, I mean, you could theoretically
Anything else?
just place them, right outside or right inside. But this gets into the idea of expanding like your shroud because right now we're only we're at the edge, right? We have the level 1 box, which is defined by that little yellow line that goes around here, right? But there are so many NPCs because you have the carpenter, the alchemist, you have the hunter, I think. I don't even remember all the NPCs, to be honest with you, all the crafters that you can find. He's just the very first one. And each one
Right.
comes with their own station, and they all need their own beds now, and they all have their own defined radius that they can walk around. So this creates this whole aspect of, well, now you're creating a village, and so it's not just about being a crafting survival RPG. It's also okay. Now we're getting into land management and basically settlement simulator. That's really cool. Like I had no idea they had added all this stuff since the last time I played, and I'm like sitting here thinking, 'cause I know they've added animal husbandry now as well. And so my mind is like sitting here going, okay, now I can do. Did you guys ever play? Is it called Medieval Dynasty? I think, which is like it's like a medieval village settlement simulator where you're basically. I think that's what it's called. Medieval Dynasty. I could swear that's what it's called because I just saw the preview for Viking Dynasty yesterday because they've got a new game coming out, and this time you're a Viking. But it's the same company who've now taken their Medieval Dynasty village simulator and they're taking it into the Viking region. Anyway, being able to like craft a whole settlement to where you've got, your main building, you get an outbuilding for the blacksmith, you'll have an outbuilding over here for the hunter, you'll have an outbuilder over here for the farmer, you'll have another outbuilding over here for, all the different NPCs, and then you need to expand your land claim if you want to build more. And then that gets into all the different, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. We were marveling at this like 2 years ago. I haven't even looked recently at all of the people who have built, like, because you can build so many different types of things in here with because of the way they allow you to just make shapes and then change things based on. So like as an example, we have this wall, right? But it depends on what type of material I'm using to build this wall. I could be using block, I could be using charcoal block, I could be using shroud wood. Like there's all these different types of wooden blocks that you can use to make your structures. And then like someone was showing us last night, you can go in here now, and you can actually use the tools. So like if I placed this, I don't have any materials I'm at the moment. But you can go in here and place these things, and then you can go in here after you've placed it. So if I go up over to one of these other walls as an example, and I pick like this tiny little 1 meter square, um, I could then click on this and remove, and it would eat out a little hole in it. And so you can chip away at all these different structures and custom make the things, custom make shapes and everything else. There's so much freedom to like building really cool structures and actually fleshing out this settlement simulator. And because this game has a creative mode where you can turn off the NPCs and just focus on having fun building, so you can go into the settings and you can go in here into where's it at here? resources. Like you can turn everything all the way wherever you want it to be, so that you can just focus on building things. Um, so cool. Yeah, because they have like yeah, John, because like if you go, if actually I think you can just, if you go to the, if I'm not mistaken, you do it from the server selection screen. Private, edit, edit. Yeah, so you've got like you've got basically relax as creator mode. Enemy amount and difficulty are tuned down while your resource gain is increased. If you mainly love building huge bases, this is the mode for you. But then you'll notice that you can actually go in there and you can adjust this even more, because this just turns things down. But you could turn everything, like you could go complete creative mode if you want. Like there's some really cool. There's a lot going on in this game, but I've been surprised now at the level of like settlement simulator stuff that's in the game that has been added since the last time I played. I think the 1.0 launch is going to blow people's minds next year, for sure. All right. You have awakened your kin. The flame is pleased. Seek out more survivors slumbering in the Springlands. So like right now we're only at a 40 by 40 by 40. But you can go in here and your first upgrade takes you to an 80 by 80 by 80. So it doubles the size of your land claim. So that's, and because of something we did earlier, I think this was when I was playing with Bubbleoni and everybody like a year and a half ago. I actually had gone on and over on the cliff, I had actually, because you could dig down into this game and you can build within. And so I dug down and created a tunnel going down and a tunnel going out to the side of the cliff wall. And I did my land claim on the edge of the cliff so that you, because it's a cube, right? You're claiming a cube essentially. And so I put it on the edge of the cliff, and then I built a cliff face dwelling for my character. So I made a cliff base. So you go down in the tunnel, and we have this whole thing where I carved out a niche into the side of the cliff, and then had this Mesa Verde style cliff front home where you could just look out over the shrouded veil, and behind you is like the rock structure, and then you've got your block walls and everything else holding you back from going over the edge. Dude, you could do so many crazy things with building in this game. I think for in terms of building simulator, at least for me, as fun as the RPG aspects of this game are, the base building is probably where I have enjoyed the most of my time. All right, where did he? Is he in bed? He's probably in bed. Let's sleep till morning. Now that I have my own bed. We're taking a healthy nap. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Blacksmith.
Really? Right now?
Renfail can still be saved. Where there's ash, there's embers, kid. The shroud suffocates the valleys, so seek the elixir well with your new gear and raise the root of our misery. Ignite the depths and set this evil ablaze. Go on, counting on you, Flameborn. Now, even with your new gear, you shouldn't feel too safe out there. Rest up and eat well before you head out. Fire, roof over your head, some meat in your belly will prepare you for anything. Took you long enough to find me. You looking all weak and puny. When they call you Flameborn, first thing you need is equipment. Lucky you woke me up first. You need to craft a scrappy sword, a spiked club, and some armor. It's gonna serve us well. Alright, so now we've got the quests from him.
Or several.
But we have to build his We have to build his structures before we can craft all the things. Different types of altars? It's not different types of altars, it's just you're upgrading the altar. It's just upgrades. As you upgrade it, you could build more additional homes, bases. You can spend more time in the shroud. You get additional attribute bonuses to your character. You can go into different, greater densities of shroud. But there's a lot of it's a significant time sink to do all the things in this game. All right. All right, I need to make the things that he wants. No, I didn't want to sleep. Get up. I wanted to just get him out of bed. No! Here we go. So I need... Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to make the charcoal kiln first then. Alright. So let's start off with 20 stone, which I may already have. I have 10. Ooh, I can make a, hold up, we're gonna make a lantern really quick. Excuse me. There it is, right there. Firefly lamp. Or do I want to make a torch? No, the lamp is cool. Craft it. And now we can place this somewhere. Give us a little bit of light. Let's put this in his little building for now. Ooh, can we put it in the window? No. Oh, yes we can. However, it would be better to like put it over here in the corner for now. All right. Let's pull the food out of here. Put that in a different. Got some more stone in here. Pull that out. Alright, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Greg says I always have the same problem. I want to talk to NPCs, but I sleep instead. Alright, well I need stone right now. That's my number one priority. So... I need 20. Let's keep going. That's probably enough to build By the way, this is something I didn't figure out until. So you don't want the. You just want to be able to pick the rock. The blue circle is bad. Essentially, the blue circle is you digging a hole in things. There are still a few things they don't explain. It's all good. Alright, that should be plenty. Alright. Yes, sir. I want to make a charcoal kiln. And where are we going to put this bad boy? Nope, not what I wanted to do. That's the... Can't tell which is the back side. That's got to be the back side right there. Can I place it? No, see, it has to be within your building structure. Okay, let's... So, if I want to do this properly, I'm going to have to hold that thought. I don't want to have it weird angles on the ground. So, let's grab my rough stone block. And let's give him a front porch. I'm going to end up tearing my structure down and rebuilding it. Later! That's a later problem. Alright. We're going to put that right there. Okay. Right? Does that work? I think that works. Alright, I need... Which recipes you have unlocked for the factory here? Add available ingredients with the buttons to produce the recipe 1 or 10 times. Production process. Yeah, this goes even while you're out adventuring. So it's this Dune Awakening similar thing. Alright. I need, in order to make charcoal, wood logs and Springlands dirt. Well, hold up, because I did get some dirt earlier. Boop, doop, doop, doo.